How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. I'm trying something different. I'm not doing the whole intro because Benny B said it is a bit cringe. Otherwise, how are we? Benny B, I'll start with you. How are you, bro?
But at least I said you're not going to do the intro. We also on the spot, we all like, oh shit, we're live. At least I asked you're not going to do the intro. But anyways,
I'm still waiting for my
I'm waiting for you to do this cringy shit. But yeah, I'm great, but I'm great. As good as can be.
It's good. How was the weekend? Did you have a good weekend?
An amazing weekend. Amazing. I'm still feeling the after effects. No, with the football, amazing.
With the football, amazing. Lovely stuff. Isidro, how are you doing, my brother?
Hey, David D, the guys. Nah, I'm doing good, my bro. Just like I told you, the flu got me down, but I'm up, my bro. I'm rising.
Like a phoenix.
Yeah, bro.
And of course, my main man, my brother from another mother, Beasteroni Escabab, you know. Beasteroni Escabab, you know. That's Trent Thomas. How you doing, my brother?
Good, Davey. Pity for the football the weekend, but yeah, we go on.
Clearly not good. You know why? It's because you said you're not going to do the cringy intro shit and then you still did it.
I have to do it for Beaster because he appreciates it at least, unlike you, though.
And that's why the bro. I'm just saying.
Anyway, you know what? Big up to you guys in the comments. I can see 5 of you already started. First and foremost, slap a like on the video. If you're new here, subscribe. We're about 15 subs away to 250. So take us there. You know what? Let's not waste any more time. My electricity might go off in 20 minutes, but don't worry. I'll still be with you guys. Don't worry. It might be a slight delay, but the guys will continue with the show as per normal. I will jump in again, just sorting out all those network issues and that type of thing. But I guess there's only one place to start. Beasteroni, got to start with you. 1-1 draw against Spurs. Not the result I had hoped for. Doesn't change much for me. Look, what was your first and foremost? What were your thoughts on the game? And secondly, look, of course, we didn't have a show last week, of course, to my own fault because I was sick, of course. But first and foremost, congratulations on getting to the Champions League final. Another one, I think it's like your third one in how many years? Number one. But
3 and 5.
3 and 5, yeah, 3 and 5, of course, 100%. What I want to ask you is, what did you make of the game, first and foremost? And secondly, do you think that fatigue played a role in the fact that because you played in such a drama-full game at Villarreal? What did you make of it, my bro?
I'm glad I didn't watch the game live. I was with Benny at the time the game was on, me and Jigga, and I was glad Jigga was sending me updates all the time, like telling me, nah, it's a score, it's a goal, and whatever. So I watched the game like yesterday for the first time. And like you say, we had a tough game with Villarreal in the week, but I've never seen Liverpool being put off by that. And the way we've played the last 3 months with the changes that Klopp has made, half-time changes, 60th minute changes, you don't think that the fatigue will be as hard as what it is for other clubs. Because if I compare Liverpool to everyone else that's in the top 6, they are spoiled for choice when it comes to the 11 that they can use and the subs that they can make. So you wouldn't think that it was fatigue that caused that result. Because if it was, I don't see us coming back in that game. If it was really fatigue and us not being able to play our game, I see it the game either ending 1-0 or 2-0 in Spurs' favor and not being able to. But the fight back, everyone says it's a scrappy goal. It's a scrappy goal, yeah. Goal is a goal. So
brilliant goal. It's outside the box. It's a brilliant goal.
But the deflection, man, the keeper.
Yeah, but still. You score no goals with the shots that you don't take. Done.
If you want it, you can't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket.
Yeah,
of course.
You can't afford if you don't buy the pig.
What do you make of it, bro?
You can't eat fish if you don't know Kurt.
Oh shit!
What makes it? Big up Kurt, though.
Love you,
Kurt. I don't know what's in that cup.
As a big bottle of Obi.
I'm also interested to know what's in that cup. Don't worry, we're coming on to him. Don't worry, we'll come on to him, Beast. Don't worry. Isidore, what did you
Check.
make of it? Do you think that is the title race gone? Look, me personally, I still feel there's more twists and turns in the race. Though. What do you make of it?
No, bruh. People already saying on Sunday, on Saturday and Sunday, I have to hear, oh, it's over. It's this, it's cities to lose. Yeah, it's cities to lose, but you can't come and tell me there's still 3 games left and City's gonna win all that games. I still the thing for me is about the Spurs result is uh it's not that I'm basically how can I say now, it's not a good result for us. That is first and foremost. But the way we conceded the goal, man, it's like it's like defending of low of the of errors. Like for instance now, like Trent at left back, some all of a sudden, Robo at right back, all of a sudden. You see, if I take you guys back to the City game also, the City scored a similar goal against Liverpool, the Jesus goal. Trent was on the left hand side. He was static, and Jesus just came past him like he wasn't even there. The same happened on against Spurs also. How was two Spurs players open on Liverpool's left back? How is that even possible? Trent came back. He just left, just come inside of him. He didn't even try to recover. Also, the other thing as well is, I today I checked it again. They marked Son with Konate. Where is how did Konate and so how did Son get in front of Konate to actually score the goal? Why didn't Konate follow Son into the box? And also the other thing as well is how did Sessignon on the left hand side got so a gap also as well, because everybody was like walking and just looking at who's gonna come for the goal also. Look,
Sorry, Sado. I just want to say now that if he's going to analyze a United game and he's asking those questions, this podcast is going to be 7 hours, bro. He's considered one goal. He's conceded one goal, no? That is what teams do. They concede. It's not that bad, Isidore. Your standards is too high. You're so spoiled. I keep on saying this.
That's why I say, as I told you previously, Benny, I disagree what you're saying. That is the standard at Liverpool now, my bro. That we were there where you were now talking. We've been up a level up, my bro. That is why I'm saying, yeah, we look tired in the game, and also our crossings as well, our set pieces. What was out of ordinary? What Trent gave 3 crosses in, all of them was overplayed. Why didn't Klopp also brought on Origi? Because you can't tell me crosses to Salah, to Mane and Jota is gonna work. Yeah, Jota is good in the air, but he wasn't there the time when the crosses went in. But yeah, that is just my feeling about this whole game as well. But like I said, the title race is not over yet. We're still getting there.
Enough. I hear you as well. What was interesting telling for me as well, Benny, I want to bring you on and I want this to be a general discussion. I'll come on to you first, Benny, because we obviously come, our 2 clubs, of course, there was the era of managers going at each other, Fergie and Wenger. We know how it goes. They hated each other. Afterwards, they became friends. Same with Mourinho and Fergie, Mourinho and Wenger. Me personally, I feel this Klopp Pep thing, it got to the point where they were too friendly with one another, but recently it's become a bit sticky. It's been a bit of a sticky one. So I'm going to put something up on the screen for Klopp's comments first and foremost about the game. Klopp saying, I'm the wrong person to ask about Spurs defending because I don't like this kind of football. That is my personal problem. I think they are world class. I think they do much. I think they should do more for the game, of course, criticizing contest tactics. My personal opinion is it's your job to break it down. Pep then went on one saying, Liverpool has an incredible history in European competitions, not in the Premier League because they've won 1 in 30 years. I think that's a cheap one, actually. Football didn't actually start in 1992, just my personal opinion.
And exactly, we've got 19.
And then, of course, Klopp fires back by saying, I have no idea if the country is supporting us. It's not the feeling I get when we go to other places. It's actually the opposite. So, Penny, my question to you is, what have you made of this war of words, and are you happy by seeing this now, what you are seeing at the moment?
It's there. Finally, there's some needle to this rivalry. I mean, because that is what this rivalry has been missing. Hi, Jordan. Everything was amazing. The football was amazing. The personnel, the players on show was amazing. Two world-class coaches, but no needle. No aggressiveness, no rivalry between the two managers. This is the first time that they have the war of words, if I can remember. I don't remember anything. So when Pep says that they only won one, that's bullshit because, like you say, you have 19. That's just stupid. They still don't have a Champions League. City still don't have a Champions League. And my thoughts on the quadruple is it's not over yet. Not by a long shot. I know that Madrid is they deserve it, but Liverpool is favourites. With the league, anything can happen in these 3 games. But City, it depends on what Liverpool do. You have to win all the other games in the league. You don't have a choice because one more draw and then it's over. So every game is literally a cup final for Liverpool now. Every single game.
The problem is we need to score a lot of goals. So even if City do drop 3 points, they 4 goals ahead of us.
Yeah, exactly. But that 4 goals you can make up. I'm sure that 4 goals you can make up. And it's going to be, you just don't want the whole thing of Crystal Palace to happen again, where you have to go for it and you end up drawing the fucking game 3-3.
Yeah, but you see, Benny, now in front is the problem now. Mane and Salah, like on Saturday's game, they were out of that game. Only Diaz was basically alive in that game.
Yeah, but I feel Spurs' tactics was just spot on when it came to containing Salah, Mane, and Diaz.
No, that I agree with you. Like,
that negative football is exactly the reason why I didn't want contact Manchester United. Don't want that type of football.
That is what Rio Ferdinand also said. Yeah, the same.
Yeah, and I agree with him 100%. But Davey, coming back to you, that needle between Klopp and Pep should intensify, I think, to make it more of a spectacle because it has everything to be the greatest rivalry ever because both of them look like they're not leaving for any time. I mean, the way they've been backing Pep. I mean, you go for 100 million for one strike in the one window, you don't get it. You just get 100 million again for another striker. I mean, who is that fortunate in this industry? Exactly. So, Klopp signed until 2026. It's going to... I don't see Erik ten Hag coming into the picture, into the fray anytime soon. Tuchel should be there, but he's not one for the mind games I see. He doesn't have that type of personality, whereas Pep and Klopp actually does, because I can remember Pep and Jose when they were in Barcelona and Real Madrid. That had needle. That had a lot of needle. Klopp and whoever was the Bayern Munich at that time when it was Dortmund, that had needle. Now, there's too much respect because I think there's too much fear for each other from both sides. Both sides know that they're dealing with quality that they're not going to deal with again. Both sides know that this is their equal, I think. And if you look at it, Liverpool edges City. Just slightly, because with all these games, they still didn't lose to City.
Now you see, that's why I like Klopp so much. What he's done at Liverpool with the amount of money he spent also. But you see, what the rival fans don't realize is he sold a lot of players to get these players coming in. Remember that the Coutinho money that went to Van Dijk and to Alisson. They had to buy. Mane was his first major signing, and then thereafter Robertson came in, Salah came in like that, and that is how this team has adapted now and equipped them. Now the other thing also now is, I don't know if you guys noticed now, he signed another youngster now from Fulham, and he's going to sign another right back from Norwich or from Cardiff somewhere for 4 million. So he is already also now looking at the future also going forward. So that is also something to look out for as well.
And Mane going to Bayern Munich?
Nah, they denied the rumors. That's not going to happen.
Is it already denied?
Yeah.
Because apparently the agent and Bayern Munich's representatives met the weekend.
No, that is...
Mane didn't sign it. The big thing is Mane didn't sign with Liverpool yet.
Yeah, but Mane has 13 months left on his deal. Not like Salah that's expiring at the end of the season. So now they're saying that Mane... No, Mane... Is Mane expiring at the end of the season?
No.
Salah is 13 also. Okay. So then you could understand why I'd feel aggrieved, because everybody's just making a big hoorah about Salah and nobody's saying a single thing about Mane.
That's what I mentioned 2 parts ago when I said the whole thing is about Salah not signing. No one is taking note of the other guys. Also,
Mane would be brilliant at Bayern Munich, though. He would be brilliant here.
I think it will be brilliant at any team, bro.
Yeah, but remember, Bayern Munich play with world-class wingers all the years. They have Coman and Sané now. Robin and Ribéry. Bruh.
But you see,
Imagine Mane.
But you see, I think Benny is where is he gonna play? Because remember, Leroy Sané is playing on the left hand side. Then where is Mane gonna play? That is the other thing also. But you must remember.
I'm picking Mane over Sané any day. That's a good problem.
Me also.
Sané
Even
not
Coman
even
can play on the
challenging.
left. Nah, I also don't think so. But he's German.
Yeah,
It's
that's the
a
other
good
thing.
problem to have. But let's move along. Let's come on to the other elephant in the room. Benny B, I see you have a nice name there. I don't know what WTP means. I have an idea though.
We won't say. We leave it to the imagination.
Is that
Look,
Benny, is that what the
yeah, that's exactly that. Sorry. And that's where we're all gonna have our fun now with Benny now. Talk to me through it, Benny. 4-0, get done in the Sea by the Seagulls. My personal opinion, when I looked at it, I said to Greg, actually, I said, you know what, Greg, those players have down tools there on the beach.
Done.
What I also
They-
want to put up a graphic of
they
the
done.
team, which is damning for me, actually. And I think you've been an advocate for Ralph exposing this prima donnas, the players. There's been a lot of talk of Jesse Lingard also not getting a farewell after last week's game.
Jesse's a cunt.
Anyways, Rio came out yesterday on Vibe 5 and said, I don't agree with the way he's airing the dirty laundry in public while he's still in there. I'll be honest, if I was the club, I wouldn't allow him to do another press conference. Now, my thing is, does Rio
Sorry, David. There's someone's TV that is. I don't know.
Fine.
It's Alex.
It's freak loud.
Okay, that sounds much better. Anyway, where was I? Let's start from the beginning. I don't agree with the way he's airing the dirty laundry in public while he's still in there. I'll be honest, if I was the club, I wouldn't allow him to do another press conference. Now, my personal opinion is United fans per se, and I'm not speaking for you, but from what I've gathered over the time is United fans actually like Ralph to expose these players. But does Rio now want Ralph to be like Ole and just be everyone's friend and then everything talk goes to the shit in any case? What did you make of the game first and foremost, B? And what did you make of those comments by Rio? Because I'm not with that shit. I like the fact that he's calling them out, actually.
There's nothing to make of the game. Absolutely nothing. There was nothing that United could take from that game besides humiliation. Because those players are done. The season for them is over. And I think the season has been over since West Ham. The season's been over since we lost in the FA Cup, actually. Because it's just been downhill from there. And there's players in the squad that is thinking of their futures. There's players in the squad that don't want to get injured because they're going to be free agents come the end of the season, all of that. So my dilemma is, I can't, what the fuck? Why is Ralph playing them? Why are we not playing the kids? Why are you keeping Alejandro Canacho on the bench? Why are you keeping Hernandez on the bench? Why are you keeping Shola Shoretiri on the bench when you're going to play Matic, who is combined age of 75, and both not going to be at club next season? There's nothing more to play for. Absolutely nothing more. So now, do you want to let Eric see how shit the squad really is? Is that because that's the only thing I can think of. There's no other reason to play Mata and Matic in a game that means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And in the end, you bring on Cavani and Fred after halftime, and it's worse. We were very lucky to go in 1-0 at halftime. Like, thank the Lord I wasn't there to watch the game live, because the stress levels and it would have just spoiled my entire evening. An amazing evening would have been spoiled by that shit performance. So, like they say, everything happens for a reason. And they were going to sort out the game just for us. But then we just left him like, never mind. And it was also a good thing. It's a good thing that we both missed our games. And it's going to be a clear out at the end of the season, definitely, because these players, they don't play for the badge, they don't play for the shirt. You shouldn't have to motivate a player to play for Manchester United. That should never, ever, ever have to be the case. And that looks like it is the case here. These players know that this manager is not going to be here next season. These players know that he has created a dossier for Eric to come in. But Eric's not going to just take his... Eric's going to take what he has on board, yes. But he's going to meet with everyone. Hence why Pogba has not signed a contract or anything, because he first wants to meet with Eric. I pray to God that Pogba doesn't sign for United again. We can't deal with the shit for another 6 years. And the players that we linked with, I'm happy because, this, like I said in the last part, it's not your Galactico signings. We're not linked with none of that. That has not worked for Manchester United. As signing Sancho, Varane, and Ronaldo, you would think we would at least compete, like I said. We are not nowhere there, because in the squad, it's not about quality, but it is about mentality. That's the main thing. And we need to get rid of those players that is just not fit to wear the shirt. The crowd went mad, screaming, you are not fit to wear the shirt. And no one argued that. No one argued that. Bruno came out and said, yes, I am one of them that was not. This performance today, I was not fit to wear the shirt. My performance, I was not. Ralph came out and said, sorry, I agree with everything Ralph is doing, because it's exactly the opposite of what Ollie did. All he did was defend the board. When he needed a CDM and the board didn't come through, he defended the board. It's not their fault. The clubs just didn't want to negotiate. The prices was out of our range. That was never the case with Manchester United. Ralph came out and said, I asked for a forward. I asked for a strike in January. And at the time, Luis Diaz was available. Vlahovic was still by Fiorentina. And there was another one. Anyways, they were all available. The board said, no, we're not going to do business in January. Ollie would never come out and say that. He would never come out and say that. It's the board that said no. Jose did that. Can you remember when we had to sign the centre-back? We were linked with Jerome Boateng, Toby Alderweireld, all of them. He said the board was not willing to pay the amounts that they wanted, and that is the players that he wanted that he never got, which is why finishing second with that Manchester United team was one of the biggest achievements in his career. And we won shit that season. So the board has not been backing our managers. Not at all. And when they did back them with a bunch of shit. Harry Maguire for fucking 80. Wan-Bissaka for 50. You know what I mean?
How many windows do you think it will take? How many windows do you think it will take to repair this? Because it's not going to happen overnight, though.
No, it's not. At least 3 to 4, bruh. 3 to 4, and that is at least 3 summer windows, not January.
I think for United, United's transfer window out is more important than the transfer window in.
Yes,
because
we all know the players that is out of contract this season. We all know the amount of players that is out of contract this season that is not going to sign. Besides, there's a pending star next to Pogba, which I think United is not going to. I don't think Eric is going to. What's the word? Activate. So you're right when you say that there's also players that is going to leave, that is going to be sold. Matic, one of them. Eric Bailly, one of them. For fucking Jones. There's quite a few.
Okay, Benny, just a question. I read on Fabrizio Romano's webpage. He said United is linked with 3 strikers. Which 3 strikers would you have at United or United to sign?
Another we linked with Richarlison, we linked with Nunes, and we linked with Christopher Nkunku. It's heading towards Christopher Nkunku, and they're going to keep Ronaldo for next season. So and then it also depends on what's going to happen with Anthony Martial, whether we sign another striker or not. But if not, if we can't get rid of Martial, then it's going to be 1 striker, which I think would be Nkunku, and I think we are favorites to sign him because he's a lifelong Manchester United fan. Ronaldo and I think Martial for the front line next season. We are not signing
like
Dawson.
That sounded like Igalo. I like him as a lifelong Man United fan. And he's got Igalo.
Igalo is class for us, brah. Better than Cavani. Better years more goals than Cavani or so.
Igalo didn't do too badly. Look.
Igalo didn't do too bad. I agree with everything Ralph is saying. Ralph is doing everything strategically. He's doing all of this strictly with next season in mind. So I'm happy. Expose the board like you should. Do what you need to do. Loot Copper.
We're all busy with load shedding here. We're pushing through, so I don't expect much engagement tonight, but I do expect afterwards as well. There it goes. I don't know if you saw that, my Undertaker settings. Did you guys see that?
I saw
Anyway,
that.
it's fitting that
How
you guys
punctual, man.
always, they're always fucking punctual. They're always on time. Always, not a minute later than what they said they were gonna go off. Big ups to Escom, eh? Shout out to Escom. But it's fitting that we were talking actually strikers as well. Tammy Abraham is having a good season.
Yeah, but
And
not
he's
for 100
firing,
million.
Baroma.
He's firing, but that's in the Italian league. Bro, it's not the same. He was here for 3-4 seasons. He didn't fire like that. Yeah. And they want
Sound like
100
Salah?
million.
Does it sound like Salah? He was here.
There's
He
a
went to
point. But
Italy.
Tammy Abraham is not going to come and play for club. Tammy Abraham is not going to come and play for club. And 100 million for Tammy Abraham, do you think that's not ridiculous?
He's English. He's English.
So now, seeing that City got Haaland, who's going to get Kane?
That's what I'm
Who's
that's the next
getting
topic,
Kane?
actually. That's the next topic. Haaland to
I-
City.
Haaland is already at City. Who's getting Kane?
Only United can get him.
Only
I
United
think
can
only,
get him.
only United can.
You're not even linked with him.
No, but I'm saying in the Premier League, the only team that will suit Kane, that's what will make it worth it, is United.
As United, yeah.
You won't fit in by City. City's by United, by Liverpool. Liverpool's not looking for a Kane.
No.
Chelsea.
And Chelsea?
No,
Look at Lukaku,
I don't
bro.
think. I
Ah.
don't see that London switch happening.
But check it depends on what Spurs are gonna do if they're gonna get Champions League. That is the only thing that's gonna keep.
I don't
playing
see.
it.
I don't see Kane being at Spurs for another season.
No, I don't see Spurs getting Champions League. That Champions League is Arsenal's.
Never
Champions
know.
League fourth spot. Nah, bro. Fourth spot is Arsenal's. I am the most shocked in the world. Don't get me fucking wrong, because I said I rate Spurs to get top four more than United and Arsenal, because that's just the way they played against City. And then they played against United and it was like, nah, fuck Spurs. It's going to be Arsenal.
You never know. Look, me and Bram do have a preview tomorrow night, so I don't want to offer too much around that game. But if I was confident in the week, the closer it gets to the time, I'm getting more nervous as it goes on. So that's a story for tomorrow night. But I want to chat Haaland to City, all but done, beast owner, and I want to bring you into this because I think this affects, as much as it affects everybody else, this is telling in terms of the title race as well. What do you make of this transfer? And then, of course, I want to come into Isidore and Benny B, your take on this as well. What do you make of this transfer? Does this spell trouble for the league, or could it be Bundesliga tax in the sense where we've seen the striker bang it up wherever, like obviously Havertz and Werner, but then come and struggle in the Prem. Lukaku, we've just mentioned Lukaku. Shevchenko, I can also remember recently. What do you make of this transfer? Do you think he's going to smash it in the Premier League, Beast?
I think it's very difficult for a striker to come to England and play for City and struggle, because at City, if you look at all the other strikers that came and they blanked, it wasn't at City, because the City style for me, that's just the way I see it. The City style for me, the 9 role is very easy because of the quality you have behind you. Timo Werner is a
The
perfect
service
example
went
of-
there.
Yeah, the perfect example is Werner when he came. Chelsea also had a restructure done in the midfield. Their wingers also wasn't firing, so it was very difficult for Werner to look at Werner now this past month. He was scoring goals. So he's still not adapting to the Premier League, but I don't see Haaland struggling the way everyone else has struggled in the Premier League at City, only because it's City, not Haaland alone. We know Haaland is a clinical finisher. And I think that whether you're in the Premier League or in the La Liga, Serie A, wherever you are, if you are a clinical finisher and you get the service, there's nothing much more that you need to do. You just need to be yourself, play yourself. And I think City is desperate for the Champions League. And we all saw this happening. We knew they didn't get Kane and they were going to do something extraordinary. Everyone
And we
was saying,
said that, no, we did say that.
yeah.
We did say that. We did say that because they didn't get Kane this season, they're going to get Haaland next. And
Yeah.
just like that. And everybody wanted City to get Kane that time so that Haaland
Yeah.
could be free for everyone.
But imagine you sign 100 million Jack Grealish at the start of the season. The end of the next season, it's like you forget about it 100 million. Because if
You
the way I
bought
see
Jack
it-
Grealish for 100 million and you offered 120 million for Harry Kane. You
Yeah.
offered. That was
So-
rejected.
What did you expect
220 for two players.
Grealish? What did you expect from Grealish if your plan was to still get Kane or to still get Haaland?
Yeah.
Because who are you selling? You lost
Yeah.
Aguero, you didn't sell him.
Yeah. And we're losing
Jesus is not going
Fernandinho.
anywhere.
Jesus is
Exactly.
probably going to Arsenal, no? He's
Yeah.
linked
Yeah, he's linked with
strongly with
Arsenal.
Arsenal. And I see him being brilliant at Arsenal.
Yeah.
I want him.
Especially
I
with the
want
way
him.
that you can now see Arteta's style of play, which it's finally taking shape. You can't argue that, TV. There
No,
is a
no,
style
no.
of play now. There is identity, and I see Jesus moving in that team and system of Arteta.
Remember,
Now-
I think he's need to break the bank for him, to be honest. Because
Benny,
remember,
fine, they've got Alvarez coming in as well. No,
yes,
besides Haaland.
they got Haaland and Alvarez.
That's-
And they played this whole season without the number 9 until Jesus scored fucking 4
in one game.
in one game.
Oh, it's a mess. Isidore, what do you make of this transfer, my man?
Look, David, like you guys just said now, I was just about to say, what about Jesus? How is he feeling maybe about this? Because Pepe saying, yeah, he's looking for a centre forward, but Jesus has just scored a hat-trick and a goal against Watford. So how does he feel maybe? The other thing
But-
also is you just paid Grealish 100 million now, like you guys said. Now you're paying another 100 plus his salary bracket also in package included as well.
No. Sorry, he's buying, like paying out his release clause, which is only 51 million. So they're only paying Borussia Dortmund 51 million for Erling Haaland. The rest is wages. That's why United didn't sign him, because they refused the release clause.
Oh, okay. But look, the thing for me is it gonna make a difference in the title race? We can't say. But for now, we now need to look at I'm not gonna say Klopp is gonna counteract it. We already know how Klopp is working, the transfer market at Liverpool also. The Diaz deal was supposed to go in the summer, like you said. But what happened?
Klopp-
Spurs came in.
Sorry,
Spurs-
Isidore, to break your word, but just on that, Klopp is always proactive when it comes to this. No team signing is going to make him change or throw him off
Exactly.
course. He's not going to wait on another team. He's focused on his plan, and this is Liverpool's plan. Whether United signs everyone and City signs everyone, Arsenal signs everyone, that's got nothing to do with him. He wants who he wants, and that's why the board. That's why FSG is giving him who he wants, because his demands is never the top player. He makes you a top player.
Yeah.
Haaland was always linked, Mbappe was always linked with us. But there is every Liverpool supporter knew, every football supporter knew that there was no way Liverpool's going to pay that salary.
Even Thiago was a Mauricio shock beast. Thiago's a Mauricio shock. Liverpool signed Thiago. But then you would look at what they signed him for, and you look at the wages that he's on. You think, what? This is Thiago, bruh.
Exactly.
So it's brilliant work, business work.
I want to ask Isidore Peter as well. Do you guys think, look, I'm just going to play a bit of devil's advocate here. Look, of course, I know you've got Divock that comes in and he scores goals. But do you think Liverpool might need at some point, maybe not now, that 25 goal, 20 plus goal out and out striker? At some point.
Look, Firmino at this moment now, he's converted to a false 9, and then he plays Jota down the middle. So I would say I don't know what is how you see, the thing is, I try to read Klopp at times, but I can't. So if he's gonna get a youngster got for 20 million, a striker that's gonna score 20 goals a season, it's gonna be either a guy that is maybe 20 years old or 23 years old, up and coming. He's not gonna go and make like City now. And also remember, what you guys must remember, Haaland has got a huge injury record also, because he's been out of action
Most of the season.
that is what you must also keep into consideration as well. So it's not all roses. Even though the City fans are going, yeah, we got Haaland, good for you. But this injury record speaks another thing for me also. But in saying that, he's a good striker, a class striker. He can change the game at any point in time. I witnessed it at Anfield when he went up against Liverpool with Salzburg, and And that time when Liverpool went in for the Japanese guy, I
Minamino.
also thought, why didn't Liverpool go for Haaland? 20 million DVD. Dortmund paying.
The problem isn't the transfer fee. The problem is the salaries.
It's
The
not the
problem is
salary.
never the
Oh,
transfer.
with Haaland, it wasn't salary that time, Beaster.
Yeah,
But
that
what
was
I'm
his
saying,
salary.
if we're gonna get Haaland for a season, he's gonna do what he does. He's gonna be on 200,000 a week. He's gonna be worth 500 a week because that's what the other players his caliber is getting. Liverpool is not gonna give it to you. And just to come on Davy's question, Liverpool 2013-2012 was Luis Suarez, our number 9, scoring 20 plus. Every season after that, it's never been a number 9. When Suarez left, our top goal scorer was Gerrard. After Gerrard, it was Coutinho. After that, it was Salah, and it's been Salah ever since. So for the past 8-9 years, we've never had a number 9 banging in 20 plus goals. They're scoring. Firmino was scoring 20 maybe throughout all the competitions. But 20 in the league has never been for our number 9 after Suarez. And if you look at Suarez, Suarez wasn't a club. He was in the club system.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, that's what I'm also thinking, is a number 9, a proper 25 goal, number 9 player on the last man type of striker will not fit group system.
No,
I don't think it will fit City system also. Like I'm trying to picture Haaland play and his mobility is not the most mobile. He's a strong fucking runner. He's extremely big strides, he's powerful, he has a deadly foot, both. It's good in the air, but he's not as mobile and as agile as the City players that play up front now. If you look at the 3 that always play up front, they even put Kevin De Bruyne there for mobility.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So is Pep going to change his system to suit Haaland? Is he going to build his team around Haaland?
He must do that because you can't pay 65 million and leave that guy on the bench. He must.
Well, you paid 100 for Grealish and Grealish for the bank mostly play.
Ladies on the bench.
Yeah, you Pep don't give a fuck about that. It's not his money.
Beaster, what time is your game? 8:45, right?
Right, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock is the game at 9.
Yeah.
I'll tell you now.
Okay.
Are they talking now to Robbie Fowler?
I want to come on to something which dropped yesterday, and I want us all to discuss this. Isidore, I'm not too sure. I think you were in the comment section at the time of that pod that we have. It was one of our craziest pods ever. I think it was last year when the Super League was announced. Everything just went haywire in that one podcast. But now, today, this news has dropped that the Champions League format has now turned into 36 teams in a league format. Each team will play 8 games with 8 different teams, no groups. 36-team mini league, top 8 qualify directly for the knockout stages. 9th to 24th teams play 2-legged ties to qualify for the round of 16. And then 2 spots for the 2 best performing nations on the previous season. So currently, as it stands on that coefficient, United would actually qualify for the Champions League right now.
No.
What's up?
No, sorry. Not United because we are 6th.
Yeah, you're 6th, yeah. I saw United and Atletico Madrid, I think, apparently qualify. But go ahead, Benny. What did you think about it? What do you think about this?
I think this is just the retaliation to the Super League because clearly the Super League, if they had to go on, it would have been goodbye to the UEFA Champions League. So this is them upping their game. I think I don't have a problem with it. What I do have a problem with is I have the problem with. I know that I was actually following it today. What I wanted to do was for the 4 extra teams to be. I don't know what it was originally, but I didn't agree with that. So they came up with the 2 teams, the two countries that do best in the Euro competitions for the past 5 years. Historically for the past 5 years, which means that should United be 1st, they would be in the Champions League in 2024, or if it was for the season. It's not much to write home about. It's just going to be a lot more Champions League games, and how can that ever be a problem?
But
how can that not be the best thing ever?
And also a lot of games also that also gonna mean that traveling. What is gonna happen now with traveling also?
It's going to have an impact. It's going to have an impact on the leagues. It's going to have an impact on the after league tournaments like your World Cups and your Euros. And we're going to get a lot of injuries. But that is why the 5-sub rule it's vital and it should be enforced now because with all those games. And with 5 subs, you can literally change an entire team.
Yeah.
You can change an entire spine of a team and bring on a brand, basically a fresh team in the second half.
But just a question to you guys also. I just thought now. So if that is going to be the case that you must play 8 games, then mustn't there be a domestic cup be withdrawn or be removed from the people that is going to play Champions League, like the Carabao Cup?
England is the only one that has
It's not going to happen. Yeah,
it's never going to happen.
It's not going to happen because
that is going to
it's
be
too much money. It's too much money. Imagine how much money the English FA makes of the Carabao Cup.
Because
whatever the fuck who sponsors it.
The small trophy. That's one
It's
of
not.
the biggest cups.
It's not. It's not. And it involves more smaller clubs than what the FA Cup does.
But I say it's gonna be a most a lot of games. And it's gonna be.
I feel that they can have the Carabao Cup without the league, though. They could have the Carabao Cup without the league, but the teams that is not in the Champions League would argue that.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Please, what do you make of it?
Now, like, I just see it as a compromise for the Super League idea. So it's just allowing everyone in now. But we expected the more games because, to be honest, UEFA's always been leading towards that. More games, more games, more games. And I see with the home and away ties been taken away, that was only because of COVID. There would have still been home and away ties this season had it been no COVID. It would have still been home and away on there.
Good, Bradley.
What's it? Wait to be serious.
Obviously taking a swipe at you.
Good vibes. Good vibes.
You know
Bradley,
what?
I'll store that comment until the end of the season.
You're gonna
Like,
put it.
you of all people should know it's until the end of the day. After the end of the season.
Look, let's talk about it
when
now.
Aguero comes.
That is the last topic before we go into the prediction time. Of course, there is a FA Cup final, and of course, there's Liverpool Villa tonight. But Bram, being Bram himself, obviously likes to make controversial statements to invite debates in our group. I love that about him. Big up Bram as well. But Bram made an interesting statement last week as well, and he mentioned that this Liverpool team is the most feared team in Europe ever. Now, I can buy currently right now at this moment.
Did you say that in the group?
Yeah, I said it in the group. I'll go back.
Where was I when you said this in the group? Did you delete me out of the group? Was I in the group? Now, why didn't I see this cuck statement?
I was trying to think of the message at Brandon, but I can't go into a WhatsApp group and there's 150 messages.
That is why I didn't see it, because when you look again, then there's 8,000 messages, and I must go to no. Forget the conversation, bro. You weren't involved. You weren't involved. Even if they're talking about you at states, just ignore the conversation. But did Bram say that this is the best Liverpool, the most feared Liverpool team ever in Europe?
I would agree.
Pep Guardiola's Barcelona team. Yo, brah.
I found it.
Pep Guardiola's
No,
Barcelona
man,
team.
Benny, you're misunderstanding it. Of all the Liverpool teams, this squad is the most feared by the rest of Europe.
Yeah,
like
is what
the
he said.
Gerrard squad
No.
or the Fowler squad.
Are you sure that's what you meant?
No. Yeah, I've got it. I found
I'm
the
seeing it
message.
like it.
Okay, yeah, brother man found the message.
I found it. Can I read it?
Yeah.
It looked like you in the prison cell with a stolen phone. A bewaarder's phone.
Because Pascal asked the exact same question. Do you refer to only this Liverpool team or what? What do you mean? Okay, so here we go. This Liverpool team, best EPL team in 15 years. Then I said, not for me. They've only won one Prem title. Then
I
Pascal
agree.
came back and said, what defines best Premier League team in 15 years? If it's strictly about silverware, then you know the answer to that. Anyway, Bram went on.
That's Chelsea.
Going on about the Invincibles and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But then Bram also goes on to say, both best Liverpool team and arguably the best EPL team for the last 15 years in terms of sheer dominance for me. That's what he said. And dominance, I'm not referring to trophies won just at the moment. They are the most feared team across Europe. Neither Chelsea, Arsenal, or United and City were feared across Europe when they were in their prime. I come with receipts. Really, there's it.
Tell me this, how long is Klopp here now? How long is Klopp here now, Vista?
5 years.
5 years.
5 years. 4 years.
Yeah, no.
6th year now. 3 to 4 years out of that, Liverpool weren't the dominant team that they are now. Before Klopp, Liverpool weren't dominant at all. What bullshit statement is this? 15 years. We're talking about 15 years. I don't agree with it at all. Do
Neither
you
do I.
agree? Who
What do
agrees?
you think?
I don't
Yeah.
agree.
That's what
Even though you just said you agree. You just said you agree.
Yeah, because
Why?
David Alvarez messed it out
the
now.
way. No, the way.
Oh, so you also misinterpreted.
Yeah.
The way
Oh.
I gave the explanation of how I understood the message, that I agreed with. But I thought it was just because. Yo, I didn't.
So now weak weed, but what's weak weed fans?
Oh my
Can't
day.
do it. Very good.
Anyway, wait. Let's come back. Calma, let's come back. Let's come back. Who was I forgot who was speaking.
We all disagree. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. But
We
I
all
would say
disagree.
only
Okay,
for
then.
that 5 years. Not for 15 years or whatever Prem was saying.
I would say that this is the most domineering performance from a team in 15 years. I would say that because I don't see any other team performing the way Liverpool performed this season, especially for the last 15 years. Even the 100+ point City team didn't dominate and domineer teams the way this Liverpool team is doing it. Home or away, in Europe, in the FA Cup, doesn't matter where. So
What I'm
in the
taking
last
from this
15
season,
years, probably.
What I'm
Probably.
taking from this season is that Liverpool, literally before the season started, they were given what possible games they could play if they win every game. They have played every game that was given. They haven't missed the game because
Yeah.
they won all their
Biggs
games.
also
They
commented
played
on that one as well.
every game
Biggs also
available on the
commented.
league, FA Cup, League Cup, Champions League.
And that's a moment's achievement, Easter. I don't think
Yes,
that has ever been done. Has it? I don't think it has.
But now,
Even
What is
as
it?
the-
Okay,
whoever
but now
was in a quadruple race.
now, of course, that of course, brilliant again, brilliant achievement. Like you said, when it hasn't been done. Again, I like to play devil's advocate. Pista, what if you lose to Chelsea? What if you lose to Madrid? And what if you don't win the league and you
get
end up
one
with the
trophy.
Carling Cup?
You win
What
one
then?
trophy.
The Carabao. And then it's do you call your season a failure?
But
That's the
then it
question
comes
I
back
was
to
gonna
the
ask.
fans that say, I think the general fan will say it's a flop because they'll see silverware.
Yeah.
But Liverpool
Yeah.
going I don't see Liverpool getting this far and not getting through at least one of it. At least
That's
another one.
at least one.
I
Surely
see our
one.
minimum trophy can going to be 2. At least another one.
Yeah.
I feel the quadruple is still on, bruh. You are favorites against
I don't think
Chelsea.
the
You are
quadruple is on,
favorites
bro.
against Madrid and City. Okay, it would have been better, like I said in the group also. It would have been better if City had to go through to the final because then they definitely would have rested players in the league for the Champions League final, like Real Madrid is doing now. Real Madrid has already won La Liga. They didn't even bring Benzema off the bench once
you see that
against
game?
Atletico Madrid, bruh. Yeah, I sent it to the group.
Yeah.
The preparations for the final is there. The
But then,
preparation for the
like me
final
and you
is there.
spoke, Benny, I prefer them resting because they're not going to be as sharp as the players that
They're
are
not going to be
playing.
match sharp. Yeah, that's the thing.
But also, gents, this is a Champions League final.
True.
Enough. Form is out the window.
Bruh.
These two teams with Champions League heritage. I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to watch that game with you guys.
I feel Real Madrid really deserves it for everything because the teams that they beat and how they beat them and when they beat them, Real Madrid deserves it. But I will always also say that Liverpool is the favorites. And if I had to put money on, I put money on Liverpool.
I've already placed my
To be honest,
I placed 100 rand on Liverpool. So yeah, let's see what happens.
I'll place
But
a
it was-
7.
Anyways, prediction time. Villa, Liverpool tonight. Which Liverpool do I start? Which one wants to take my
Liverpool
question?
4 love. I see us
For
coming
love.
back hard tonight. 4 love. Sorry, Stevie G.
Isidore, I know Liverpool fans have said that they're hoping Stevie G can clinch or end the title race on the final
He's
day against
talking
Man
now.
City. Could he end it tonight? Maybe you could do you see maybe might cause an upset tonight as well against Liverpool? How do you see this one going, Isidore?
Well, look, I don't know if Beast saw the team, but Salah is on the bench, Thiago's on the bench, so he's 4-0. I don't think it's already out of the window. So I'm gonna go for 2-0. And also,
Isidore, before you go further, I would never base my prediction on our starting 11. I would never base any prediction
Oh,
when I
dog's
see the
fighting
starting
your
11.
whole time.
I give my prediction on Jurgen Klopp and his 23-man squad. Because, like we've seen all season, we don't care which 11 starts. Because of our system, Firmino can score a hat-trick tonight. Because of our system, whoever else can, the goals can still come. It doesn't come from Salah. To be honest, I would prefer that Salah's on the bench. For the mere fact of, look at our past 5 games. Where do you see Salah on the score sheet? In that
That's the
Villarreal
He
game,
is out of form. He is out of form, and he has been out of form since he came back from the AFCON. He has
exactly.
been out of form, and if you're going to say Mane has been in more form and better form, so has Luis Diaz, of course.
Chica's with me.
I say 2 to Liverpool, 2 to Steven Gerrard. So much.
wow. Yeah,
I
I'm
said
going.
2-0. 2-0.
I'm
The
going
same guy that
3-1
said the quadruple is on.
I'm
I
going
can
3-1.
remember when I saw the score. You know, when I looked at the score for the first time on Saturday, David, it was 4-0. I saw the lineup, and then I looked at my phone again. It was 4-0. Wow, 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 wow. United is kakwa. Liverpool is top playing. Liverpool is top playing. 1-0 Spurs. Wow! And then with the end result, the 1-1. But I said it that night, maybe is the quadruple is still on. Quadruple is still on. But I didn't expect City to back like that, though, because I was really worried about City's mental state to lose to Madrid that way and to be out of another Champions League semi-final. I mean, mentally, that could affect any team. But it didn't affect City at all.
That's the thing.
Not
Like,
at all.
I don't
They're
think the fact
mentality monsters.
I don't think the fact that City capitalized as much, because I think we all expected City to beat Newcastle. But Beast, I think the fact that they won 5-0 is like a proper kick in the dick, probably. What?
Away.
Let's talk City, by the way. Wolves play City tomorrow night. Beast, I don't know. How do you see this one going? It's at Molyneux.
One old row.
Fair enough. Isidore?
But I hope it's a 1-0. Connor Cody again doing the business. That's a Liverpool, but
They have shocked City before. Let's be honest. When Adama Traore was there, they had
Of course we do, Bradley. Of course we do. But we also we speak with our heads and not with our hearts.
but check out, David. I just want to add also. I'm more for Wolves against City and Wolves West Ham against City, because Wolves got Neto now back there. They also got Jimenez up front also. They got that other guy from loan from Barcelona also that scored that leg goal against Chelsea.
Bradley was late for Haaland. We had a whole segment of Haaland, bro.
We had a whole Haaland conversation.
We had a whole segment. Go back to the 22nd minute until the 33rd.
Yeah.
We were still watching the Brighton United highlights when we were It's a long highlight session. It's a long highlight session to catch up with.
Now when they showed the highlights, I only showed the 2 goals of Brighton. The first and the last. I didn't see the others. I still didn't see it.
Yes.
It's a
I'm talking nonsense.
It works there by Supersport.
But yeah, look, everybody is looking forward to this 2 away games for City against Wolves and West Ham. But I do hope that it's gonna start tomorrow night. That point deduction that Jamie Carragher is so eager looking forward to, and then on Sunday, that West Ham can just break again that title race again for us. But again, we're saying this, that City must drop points, Liverpool must do their own stuff also at the end of the day as well. That is the thing.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Is Coutinho starting tonight? Is it
Yes,
though?
yes, he's
He's
starting.
starting. Okay. My prediction for Wolves versus City. Wolves 1-33.
I'll go with the
Quadruple is
same
still
one.
on. Quadruple is still on.
I'll go with the same one. I'll go with the same one.
Quadruple is still
Dit is like
on.
it, bro. Dit is like it, bro. That's dikke safe there. Say, but I'm gonna drive. You say, oh, we're gonna get there safe. I don't worry, guys. It's dikke safe, but I'm gonna drive. He's saying the quadruple is on from the first minute of the spot, but everything he's saying prior to that is all contradicting the quadruple.
against Liverpool, no? But the quadruple is still on.
The quadruple is on even if City still win 3-1. The quadruple is still on. The quadruple is still on even City wins 3-1 and Liverpool draws 2-2 tonight.
No,
It's still on. Mathematically, it is still on.
If that happens, then I think it's done. I think it's done. Look, I don't want to. Me and Bram obviously have our preview on this game tomorrow night. Can I just get a quick prediction from you guys? In peace, obviously. Nomas, I'll start with you. Arsenal, Spurs. How do you see this one going?
Sure.
The just game now.
Hey, sorry, what did you say now? I was reading this comment of Brad. What did you say?
Arsenal and Spurs on Thursday night. How do you see this one going? North London derby.
You know, Spurs is very unpredictable. They beat City the 1 week and then they lose to Burnley the next week. So I'm sticking with my closet Arsenal jersey that I have. That everyone says I am.
It's the first time he admit that shit on the podcast.
I'm saying I am. I'm not saying I am one. I'm not saying I am one. I'm not saying I am one.
Wow, we have that shit already. Clip that shit, please.
Mitch, I wanted to comment on what you said earlier when you said Arteta's finally getting the style. I was going to break your word and say, remember what I said in the first part? I trust in Arteta. And everyone is like, closet. Now when you're ranting and going on about Arteta, you're not a closet.
Stupid. No, but you said it. No, Pista. You said this shit when there was no style, when there was no pattern. That wasn't there at the beginning of the season.
You saw no style and no pattern.
You did.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't see a style. I didn't see.
There was no style, no pattern at the beginning, bro. This bro was Arteta the fuck out. There was a style.
I'm still
I
Arteta.
believe in Arteta.
Stupista is Liverpool. This beast is Arsenal.
That one never gets old.
Stand on my number.
Go ahead, Beast. You were saying?
Arsenal 2-0.
Sure.
Love that goal, and I'll take that any day. I'm gonna go with a 2-1, though. I think we will concede. Isidore?
Davey, I'm gonna go 2-2, my bro. That's gonna be a goal fest that game, my bro. But like I said, Arsenal's gonna get top 4.
I hope so. I'll take that 2-2 as well, as long as we don't lose. Vinny?
I think it's a 1-1. It's going to be a cagey game. I think Conte is going to close up, and it's going to be difficult for Arsenal to break through. You're going to need Martinelli to play exactly like he played against Leeds. You're going to need Nketiah to be as clinical as he was against Leeds. You're going to need Saka to be more in the game than he was against Leeds. But you're also you have to think about the way Spurs play. I mean, look how they played against Liverpool. That negative, sour football. So I say it's a 1-1. I see 1-1.
I'll take that any day of the week. As long as we don't lose, I'm happy.
What do you say about that skill of what is his name? That Japanese right back, the skill man.
Leave Tommy T, man. Leave Tommy T. Tommy T is okay, man. I like him. He's better than Tavares as well. So I'll take Tommy T.
He is.
Tavares is shocking. Look, we got a small matter of FA Cup final this weekend at Wembley. Beast the only prediction.
2-0.
After 90 or after extra time?
No, after 90. 2-0. We can't see extra time. 2-0.
Fair enough. Is it all?
I go one higher. I would say 2-0, 90 minutes, because the way Chelsea plays now, my bro, I don't.
It's exactly the same prediction, Isidore.
I can't see it, bro.
I'm going to go 1 hour. I just think they're going to score those goals a little later.
Leave Isidore nothing will
I play 90. I don't know. It's because he lost 4-0 and my team is going to quadruple. So yeah.
Is my bus Benny? Is my bus Benny and it's me?
What did I do? I said nothing. Ow, bro. Is it over the snaps?
Oh my
Is it
God.
over the snap? I did nothing. Just for that now, Chelsea 2, Liverpool no. Check. Quadruple is off. Quadruple is off. Quadruple is off. Clock that shit. Clock that shit. Quadruple is off. Aston Villa passport and I can change my prediction. Villa 2, Liverpool no. Quadruple is off.
Benny's still 4-0. Still 4-0. Benny's still 4-0.
Yeah, 4 now.
I'm going Liverpool 2-1. I'm going Liverpool 2-1. Man of the week. Pistaroni Escapap. Who's your man of the week?
Nah, I'm gonna give it to the whole. Yara, gonna give it to the whole squad. Who can I think? I'm gonna be biased, man. I still wanna go Liverpool. I just
gonna
feel
go
that Lighty Diaz, that Lighty is just fucking something else, man. And you would, when Liverpool is down, we saw it against Villarreal very recently. Villarreal, Liverpool is out of it. He's the change. Saturday, same thing. He's the change. So I'm gonna still give it to him, even though we didn't get the result we wanted. The
Do you think
change
you would be best? Do you think you'd be best sort of starting on the bench in the final?
No. That guy was starting.
I feel he's more of a dangerous impact player.
No, but
he's more of a
then
danger as an
he's
impact
leaning
player.
to more. Then we're leaning more towards Origi. Remember how Origi used to come on and score. Then we used to say, why not start him? Then we start him. Poor. He's pissed poor. When he comes on, he does it. So I don't see Luis Diaz being that type of player that you can't start him and get the best out of him. I just feel Liverpool is on the front foot from the beginning when he does start. Whereas we need to get back into the game when he doesn't start.
And Madrid will give you that space. Madrid will let you come at him.
What makes it worse is Salah's not firing. So imagine Salah's firing him and Diaz start. Diaz's job will be way easier because we're only going through Robbo side to support Diaz. Only through Robbo side. We don't even use Trent that much anymore because Salah loses the ball. When he takes on one, he loses the ball. Or he plays it back to the center and Thiago changes it back that way.
But Salah's a mental thing, man. It's not the contract. I'm sure it's not the contract. I think he's not come back proper from the AFCON and not being able to qualify for the World Cup. It obviously affects you. And you lost out to both of that. No? I mean, that is why Mane must be pissed. He's like, I won the AFCON against Salah. I knocked him out of the World Cup qualifiers, but yet you are just hammering on his extension.
Yeah.
Like, what more must Mane do? You understand? And that is what affected Salah, I think. And it's not, you must remember, these guys are still human. They still have shit that they deal with mentally because Salah wants to win everything, you know this. When he lost out on the Ballon d'Or, his form was also affected for quite some time. Can you guys remember? Started the season poorly. So that's just my take on Salah. He will come right next season. And I do think they're going to let him sign the contract, just by the way.
Fair enough. Is it all yours? Man of the week?
Brad, Davy, I'm going to shock you guys. Everton, my bro. They win over Leicester City for them. That it boosts their top survival. So I'm going to say Everton.
Boy, I like that one as well. I'm going with Cucurella though as my man.
Yeah, me also. That's my one.
Cucurella as well.
Cucurella for me.
Manchester United. Everyone associated with Manchester United except Benny. But furthermore, Manchester United is my flop. Everyone except Benny is my flop.
Now I'm gonna say, as Bruce McCall first, does Bruce snap on there now? Does bitch wanna call me a flop? But anyways,
not you don't worry.
I'm
going to say United has to be.
I'm going to say Manchester United, but I'm not going to include the supporters, but I'm going to include Bradley. Like what you did with Benny, I'm going to do the opposite with Bradley. So none of the United supporters but Bradley. And
good vibes.
Drivers, my man.
But bro, United, of course, besides Benny now.
Wow.
Yeah, kak bang for Benny now. Just like
Just boring Benny 2 seconds ago.
nice to accept Benny. Now just tell me half an now we start on the quadruple is off.
Well done, Benny.
Your
That
flop
is
of the
your
week,
comment, Benny.
Benny B. Your flop, my man.
Manchester United.
Fair
Manchester
enough.
United. There's not a single player that I can say, okay, no, everyone. From the coach to the staff, to the tea lady, to the brother that makes the food, to the brother that clean the kit, to the brother that clean the boots, to the bitch that cut the grass. All of them. Flops of the week.
Flop.
Fair enough. Final thoughts, Beast around it, just before you jump out for your game, my man.
Nah, like I said, it could have been better for us the past week, but like Benny said, the quadruple is still on, and I still believe in Klopp. I do believe City still has a
Said
mountain to
past
climb.
tense. Past tense because of Isidore.
So I still feel we stand with a chance, but yeah, final thoughts. I'm glad the season is ending the way it is on a high. It might not go in the favor that I would have been the one being ahead and City doing the chasing, but we all want to see an exciting season. So our pod for the seasons is coming to an end. So the final thought is always going to be we want the season to end on a high. I don't want City to win it with 2 games to go. I don't want Liverpool to win it with 2 games to go. I want it to go
Last day.
like it should go, yeah. Aguero
Yeah.
moment. So yeah, big ups to
Yeah.
everyone in the comments again. A lot of love for you, Bradley. You know it's all just banter, no? Don't come moor me now. So yeah, shot a lot for the show, Davey.
Love, my bro. Love. Isidore, your final thoughts, my G?
As always, lekker to be on the podcast, my bro. And for the guys also, Beaster, Benny, changing his mind at the last minute. But yeah.
No, not at the last minute, changing his mind through the
No,
influence of you. No.
From the minute you went ranting on, so we leave it at that. Let's say it's my moment now. You will have your moment, my bra. So relax there. So for me, the comments here as well. I mean, the FA Cup, tonight's game first of all, Liverpool needs to handle that. The FA Cup the weekend also. Let's see where the if it is quadruple starting the Saturday. Yeah. So yeah, for me it's season is almost finished. It's liquor time to be a Liverpool fan still.
So remember this moment. Remember this moment, brother man. Remember this moment.
Benny B, your final thoughts, my G?
My final thought is just thank God United's not playing this weekend. Thank God, bruh. I'm looking forward to the FA Cup final very much. I love watching a final with these guys. So these are going to be celebrations on my side or celebrations on their side. But I know for the day I will be wearing blue. My heart will be blue. And it's a very important week for Liverpool. And like you said, it is your moment. But nobody wants you to win the quadruple, bro. None of us. Because that would make you immortal. Like Fabian said, I'll never forget. If they win the quadruple, they are immortal. Any team that we can throw at you, our legendary teams from Arsenal, from Chelsea, from United. I'm talking about historical legendary teams. You eclipse all of that. So we don't want you guys to win the quadruple, but you are the favorites to do so. So that's my final thought. I think that you can do it. I think that you are capable of doing it, but I pray to God that you don't.
Perfect. It's so diplomatic as ever.
I pray to God we do it, my bro, just to spite.
I must say love to you legends for jumping on as always.
Sorry, and shout to those in the comments, Copper, Bradley, Jigga, Jordan, everyone. There's a girl there, Megan as well. I saw your comment, Macy. Yo.
Love for the love, people. Like they said, you guys in the comments make the show. You keep us engaged. You make it what it is. And of course, these legends with their insight. So that's what it's all about, people. Love for the love. I'll be back tomorrow night with Bram. That's Penny P. It's Beast Aroni at Isidore. We are out of here. Have an awesome one. Bless.